right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Crypto News and Investigative Reports. Glad that you're able to join me. I want to take a time. It's been some serious news going on. There's a lot going on right now, and I just want to take maybe 5 or 10 minutes to kind of go over something that's really hot off the press. But before I do, please follow me, Crypto News and Investigative Reports at RobTech, RobTech, RobTech P. Crypto News, Investigative Reports, CNIR, RobTech P is our handle. Man, it's been a crazy couple of weeks. Ever since I did this EuroXM Bank facilitating global trade finance instruments, ever since I did the video on this, uploaded the video on this back January 13th, I think I've been blocked from different XRP people. I guess some of the big wigs in XRP has blocked me. I've been getting a lot of negative, nasty, hateful type comments, calling me lapdog and my own crack, and a lot of other crazy messages. It's really a shame for somebody who's investing their time and their money in such a quote-unquote a top-notch company, and then the people that are investing in this are acting like this. I mean, you know, they're like bullying the XRP, the people that are, and I can't say it's the whole XRP community, but there are people with XRP symbols, and they're putting such hateful, ridiculous comments up, and I mean, it's so vitriol, it's so nasty, it's so hateful, and that's really a shame that XRP is even connected to people like that. And the same people, I like to say though, karma, what goes around comes around. So at the same time you're trying to denigrate somebody on social media like that, and try to bully people on social media like that, that's exactly what's probably going to end up happening to you. So I put up this article, this video about EuroXM Bank, and I said it was not a bank, it's a global trading company. And then here's the video that I did at EuroXM Bank. It was January 13th. Actually, I worked on it all that day, and I got it out about 6:54 p.m. So you might want to go back and take a look at it. And they had said that they were using Swift, and Swift lost their payment. And the reason why they want to use Ripple and XRapid is because Swift lost their payment. And that was really that was really a shame, man, that they actually blew up all of that. And I was actually kind of ashamed of Ripple even being connected to a bank like this, because Ripple and the digital asset XRP, that's not going to help you get mass adoption. If you're going to get mass adoption, and by the way, I don't think we're going to have mass adoption with Ripple XRP, the digital asset XRP, in 11 months. So I don't believe that at all. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it, is that we will not have mass adoption with XRP by 2020. That's not going to happen. There's too much that needs to be worked out in terms of regulations, in terms of central bank issues, the IMF issues, and they're all just not working together on this. There's CBDC issues, there's wholesale CBDC issues, there's public CBDC issues. So Christine from the IMF is trying to work some of these details out. So with all that, with all of those regulations and all of the things that need to be done, I just do not believe, in my opinion, that you're going to have mass adoption by 2020. And I'm going to stick to that. I don't think that that's going to happen. You won't have mass adoption by 2020. But this is the article that Frances Coppola had, she put up, and I was glad she did, because I had, I put up this YouTube video about EuroXM Bank and XRapid, and then after I found out that she did this article, I was like really glad that somebody that has more experience than I do, more experience in banking, more experience in journalism, more experience professionally, a history of writing about banks and information and banking. She's not a novice in that area, and so I was really glad she did that, because she even investigated a lot further than, me, some guy who's coming home making YouTube videos. I mean, she's a professional, and was able to even, come up with this article. So I was actually glad that she actually did that, and I posted it. And so when she posted it, and when people began to see it, it got crazy. I was totally embarrassed of the so-called people who call themselves the XRP community, the XRP army. I mean, they attacked her so bad for this article and some of the other things that she said. And what she actually did is I asked her point blank period. I said, let's stick to the facts. What are your facts? And this is what she said. So I stick to facts. She hit me back and hit a lot of other people. You see a lot of other people, and I was one of the people. But she said, so I stick to the facts. No major bank is using XRP. No evidence that any major bank is considering using XRP. Not one central bank is using XRP. And I 100% agree with number 3, that not one central bank is using XRP. Not one. And I made a video of that. No central banks are using XRP. And I got a lot of name calling. People call me a lap dog, said I was on crack, a lot of stupid stuff like that. But it's one thing to make to agree to disagree professionally, but it's another thing to get low down and get belligerent, and using just disrespectful, just trying to dog somebody and down somebody. I thought it was really horrible of the XRP community, and I think it's really sad. I think it would be nice if some representative from the XRP community come out and say, that's not us, and we don't bully people on Twitter, is what really needs to happen. So anyway, I totally agree with not one central bank is using XRP. No evidence that any central bank is considering using XRP, because, and I agree with that comment as well, that's a fact, because people have misunderstood what Brad Garlinghouse said when he said that the Bank of England is a paid customer, is what he said. And they paid, that was truthful when he said that, but he did not say that the Bank of England is using XRapid or XRP, nothing to that. So a lot of people are reading too much into it. No evidence that any central bank is considering using XRP. Uber, Amazon, Airbnb, Samsung are not using XRP. So these are all facts, and I agree with every one of those, because it's true. And so, because we can all have different opinions about the facts, but one thing we have to have is facts, and these are facts, especially number 3. Not one central bank is using XRP. And I've always said in every one of my videos, not until the IMF, the World Bank, central banks, and commercial bankings get on one page, you will never have mass adoption. So not one central bank is using this, is not even using it, guys. And so I don't think she should be ridiculed on Twitter and bullied on Twitter because people disagree with her. I think what you should do, if you anything, you should just say, if there's not one central bank using XRP, you should show us one central bank that is using XRP. And so, because I'd ask her about that, and she says, when I pointed out that this looked like an awful large mountain, I was told, because I asked her, let me see if I can find it. I asked her, oh, right here, I asked her, I said, let's stick to who's using XRP. Ask Ripple to provide a list of central banks or any major bank that will use XRP in 2019. That will settle this whole crap, all of this junk that people are saying to you and trying to shoot you down for. That will settle the issue. And she responded, I did. They didn't answer. So she did ask Ripple and they didn't answer. The reason why they didn't answer is because it's true. Nobody's using it. And then I said, then let it go. At this point, only facts will stop opinions rise above it. And she said, unless they substantiate their claim, it would be completely factual to say that there is no evidence that any major bank is either using XRP or contemplating using it. And then she went on to talk. She said a little bit more. The present situation is that not one major bank is using XRP. And you guys know what? And nobody's talking about PNC Bank. I mean, that is a commercial bank in the United States, and nobody's talking about PNC Bank. Even PNC Bank, when you call them, I would tell anybody, call PNC Bank and ask PNC Bank, are they using XRP? Call them, ask them. Then when I did, they didn't say nothing. I didn't get nowhere with that. So call them and ask them. The present situation is that not one major bank is using XRP. That is fact. It is now February 2019, so they have less than 11 months to get 20 major banks that have predicted will use XRP by the end of 2019 signed up and integrated. The computer says no, frankly. So, you know, these are facts. Like I said, go at the facts. When I pointed out that this looked like an awful large mountain, I was told that they weren't trying to sign up major banks. They were focusing on small banks and money transmitters. Ripplers don't even seem to know what the XRP rollout strategy is. And then she lists her facts right here. And I thought that was pretty awesome. I want to say to her, thank you for responding. She's a dynamite journalist, and she wouldn't be working for Forbes. And I'm sure they vet their people. And just because people have attacked her on Twitter does not mean that she doesn't mean anything, especially, you know, coming at her all crazy with stuff like this. She said the sheer vitriol of the responses to my article was way out of proportion. Ripple must distance itself from this behavior. It is one thing Bitcoin holders behaving like this. They did. She said, but quite another for fans of a product from a commercial company to do so. I totally agree with her. This is shameful behavior for people who say that they support a commercial company. And then she wrote, I wrote some pretty critical pieces about Volkswagen, and you guys need to go back and read her about Volkswagen, because I did, during the emission scandal. She said, just imagine if Volkswagen drivers had sent me tweets calling me the B word and then calling me a whore and telling me that they were going to burn me down. Man, there's no excuse for behavior like this on Twitter. This is straight bullying the lady, guys. Calling her old, calling her stupid. I mean, you guys are bullying. You guys are trying to bring her down by bullying her, and that's no way to debate facts. I mean, if you guys debate her facts, I mean, you don't have to start calling her names. And I looked at a lot of the tweets, and this is what people were saying. You're this, you're that. And I mean, it was childish and ridiculous. But like I said, most of the people that was probably putting those comments, you have children, and I'm sure you wouldn't want your children called any names like this either. So I thought that was really, really disgusting. Yeah, and that was the article she put up. Those were the facts she put up. This is how people from the quote-unquote XRP community responded. And so that was pretty shameful, guys. I'm pretty embarrassed about that. So from this point forward, I'm going to call the people that my followers that are the subscribers. I call my subscribers friends, and I know that the subscribers of Crypto News and Investigative Reports, I know you guys want research. You guys don't want a bunch of riddles and rhymes and jokes and stuff like that. You want research. Like you want the people that are at Crypto News and Investigative Report wants research like this. And then if you disagree with any of this, you want to be able to come at it with other on a factual basis, you know. And I know that that's what people of the Crypto News and Investigative Reports community, the CNIR community, if you're following this, if you subscribe to this, this is what you're going to get. I think another thing is that when you're investing in different things, you don't want everybody just to tell you all good news. That's pathetic. You want both sides of the issues. You want things that are in favor of it, and you want things that are antithetical. You want to know both sides of the issue. So once you get both sides of an issue, then you can make your determination about whether you should invest in something or not. You don't want to just get all hype news and, you know, all good news about something. You know, you want people, you want people that sorry about that. You want people that are investigating things. And my pinned tweet is this. I said, people who fit don't seek. The seekers are those that don't fit. And so that's what we try to do here for the CNIR community. We try to investigate and try to bring you whatever is going on that issue. Now, with that being said, I want to move to this. QuadrigaCX reportedly did lose access to Bitcoin funds. Are you guys, man, this story reads like a movie. First, they come out and say that they, this guy, it says, I'm just going to get into this story because I don't want this video to be too long. But it says, after Jennifer Robinson, the wife of the exchange chief Gerald Cotton, revealed that his partner purportedly died in India, the exchange went offline, citing maintenance. Eventually, it was revealed that the company purportedly lost access to its holdings, as Cotton was the only employee to have access to the cryptocurrency stored by QuadrigaCX. You guys, this is a crazy story. QuadrigaCX is like, I smell a rat. I mean, I've been kind of following this along with a few other things, but I actually smell a rat, guys. Something, what in the world is going on with Quadriga? What is going on with this Quadriga exchange thing? I mean, this platform, this is crazy. It seems, you know, like they're almost trying to keep the cryptocurrency. Or how could one person have all the information for this company? Huh? I mean, this is really crazy. I want to know what you guys think. I haven't gotten into it too deep, but I've been following it a little bit today. And when I mean, they're releasing. First, they said that they lost it right here. First, they said that the guy who died in India was the only guy that had access to it. And since they got a bunch of bad reporting, then they came back and said, oh, we didn't lose access to the Bitcoin funds. It is more than, it's like we just made a mistake. We do have access and we know where it is. And, you know, and then, but the story gets worse, guys. And here she is again. It's Frances Coppola, which was one that did the other story. She's published this, she's put out this tweet right here. And I want to give her another shout out because she's doing some pretty serious work. But on this particular story too, and I'm going to be following her as she gets on this story, and I'm going to continue to do some research on it as well. But research, QuadrigaCX pitted traders against each other, guys. So now it's talking about how Bitcoin wallets alleged associated with Quadriga after collecting pieces of evidence from the exchange former customers. What? Now you're starting to see this is unfolding like an onion, guys. It just keeps peeling and peeling and peeling and peeling. Who knows where this is going to end up? Because hypothetically, say the guy didn't die and he's trying to keep all the money. I mean, trying to disappear like Satoshi Nakamoto. I mean, what in the world is going on with this story, guys? All right. Until the next time, guys, crypto news and investigative reports. Please leave me a comment. If it's a derogatory comment, calling me names and stuff like that, I will delete it. I will not respond. But if it's a serious comment that has some real legitimate debate to it, I will be glad to entertain it. Until the next time, we'll talk to you guys real soon.